Hi, I recently did a LinkedIn poll on what tips you would like to know more about with financial services. And the number one item that came up on the poll was mortgage tips. So today with me, I have Said Halim, who is our VP of Mortgage and Consumer Lending Sales here at Signal Financial Federal Credit Union, to give his top 5 tips on mortgages. Said, over to you.
All right, thank you for having me, Felipe. I'll go ahead and get right to it. So, tip number one is whether you plan to buy a home or refinance, be sure to check your credit. So, you have the right to receive a free credit report every 12 months from annualcreditreport.com. And that's actually the only site that's mandated by federal law to provide consumers with a free report. So, I'm not saying that you shouldn't use any of the others because there's other reputable and safe credit checking options that are out there, but annualcreditreport.com is the only one that is mandated by federal law. And what you want to look for there is accuracy. So you want to make sure that your payments are reflected accurately. And if they're not, you want to get that corrected. And also, checking your credit will give you an opportunity to see if there are things that you need to improve on your credit history. Tip number two, you want to figure out what your goal is in advance before you contact lenders. So if you're buying a home, identify what's most important to you. Are you looking for the lowest possible monthly payment? Are you looking to put down as little as possible? Do you want the lowest possible rate? Do you plan to move in the near future where you may not necessarily need the longest term on a loan? All of those things will help you in your search for the best loan. It'll also help the loan officer narrow down the best options that are tailored to you. If you are refinancing, similar to buying, you want to figure out what's the motivating factor behind your refinance. Are you looking to reduce your monthly payments? Are you trying to pay your home off in a shorter term? Are you one of those consumers that looks at the total interest you will pay over the life of the loan and want to reduce that as much as possible? So again, having that ready will really help you in your search. Tip number three is if you're shopping for a home, be sure to get pre-approved early in the process. One, it gives you an edge over other home shoppers because you'll be one step ahead of them. You'll be ready with that pre-approval letter, knowing how much home you can afford and what your monthly payment will be. But it'll also help your real estate agent know what home prices they should be helping you look for because they know how much you potentially qualify for. Tip number four is don't be afraid to shop multiple lenders. So I know a lot of folks out there don't like multiple inquiries on their credit report, which is understandable, but do know you shouldn't have fear about having those multiple credit inquiries because in the long run, the potential savings that you could get from getting the best mortgage deal out there is worth a few extra inquiries, in my opinion. So, don't fear those inquiries and be sure to shop around. And the final tip, number 5, that I'll leave you with is when you're shopping multiple lenders, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to the loan estimate and comparing the loan estimate because that's going to give you an apples to apples comparison of the interest rate, the points that you're paying to achieve that interest rate, your monthly payment, the closing costs and fees, as well as the term. So, using that standard loan estimate document as your basis for comparison will help you make the best decision and make the right choice for you. And that's all, Felipe.
Wow, those are great tips, Said. Thanks so much for sharing those great, wonderful tips. If any of you have any comments or any additional tips you want to share, put them in the comment section below. And Said, thank you for your time and sharing that great knowledge. This is Felipe. Thank you for spending time with us and hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.